Imagine a world where age is not a barrier to leadership, but rather a catalyst for change. Picture this being the reality in the African continent. Now, what if I tell you this isn't a figment of imagination, but a stark reality embodied in Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the youngest leader to ever take the reins of power in Africa? How does this shift in the age profile of governance affect traditional politics and the future of the African continent? At a tender age of just 43, Faye ascended to the pinnacle of power and leadership in Senegal, creating an echo felt across Africa. His rise symbolizes a daring departure from a hint of a larger political paradigm shift sweeping across the region. In a land accustomed to seasoned, long-standing leaders, Faye's ascendancy marks the dawn of a new era of governance, one that resonates with the youthful majority of Senegal and Africa, who make up more than 60% of the continent's population. The narrative of his path to leadership is one of resilience and determination, despite facing challenges, including an election shortly after his release from prison on what many perceive to be politically motivated charges. Yet, his determination led him to secure the majority of votes, eliminating the need for a runoff. This is a testament not only to his tenacity, but also to the robustness of Senegal's democracy, a nation known for its peaceful power transitions. Faye's successful journey to power is no less than extraordinary, rising above seasoned political leaders to claim victory. The country's history of avoiding military coups and maintaining peaceful transitions further solidify his leadership as a positive milestone. As Faye takes the helm, he shines a light of hope for a new generation of African leaders. His story remains an inspiration to young hopefuls across the continent, underlining the power of persistence and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. As we watch this youthful leader navigate the currents of leadership, we can't help but wonder, what transformative changes will unfold under the leadership of Africa's youngest president? But who is this young man? How did he carve his path within the political world? We ponder. Let's delve into the early days of this intriguing individual. Born in 1980 in the western region of Ziguinchor, Senegal, his path is nothing short of inspiring. A bright, he completed his schooling at the precipice of the new millennium, then pursued legal studies. His intellectual prowess brought him to the esteemed Cheikh Anta Diop University, where he accomplished a master's degree around 2004. Yet his academic journey didn't end there. He honed his specialization as a tax inspector at Senegal's elite National School of Administration. It was here that he met his mentor, Ousmane Sonko, during his tenure at the Tax and Estates Department. This encounter kindled a solid bond, a connection that played a role in his political journey. Sonko, upon founding his Pastif party in 2014, extended an invitation to this young man to join. His charisma, along with his diligence and hard work, saw him ascend swiftly in the hierarchy. He emerged as one of the key architects of Sonko's 2019 presidential campaign. Yet, in the realm of politics, nothing is straightforward. Sonko was detained and found guilty on charges viewed by many as politically motivated. Suddenly, our protagonist found himself in the implicit leadership position in the PASTEF party. Despite his own arrest in April of 2023 on similar allegations, his resilience never faltered. His political journey illuminates his steadfastness and ambition. His narrative is a torch for many young Africans, proving that they too can, with resolve and endurance, make a significant impact, even amidst adversity. Faye, a rising star in the political arena, faced numerous hurdles. In the tumultuous year of 2023, he experienced a series of political challenges that could have potentially derailed his political journey. However, his spirit remained unbroken, showing his resilience and increasing his popularity among the public and other political parties. He continued to remain a formidable figure in the political scene, his influence undeniable. His name was steadfast in the list of eligible candidates for the presidential election, proving that his fight was from over. In a surprising turn of events, an unexpected alliance was forged, strengthening Faye's political standing. This united front represented a challenge to the ruling government and affirmed Faye's growing popularity within the political scene. The beginning of 2024 saw a surge of support for Faye as a significant number of political parties rallied behind him. This support was testament to his growing influence and showcased his capability to unite diverse parties under a singular cause. By mid-March of 2024, Faye was back in action. With renewed vigor, he set out on the campaign trail, drawing in enormous crowds across the country. This demonstrated his growing influence and the immense support he had garnered. The throne at Faye did not deter him. On the contrary, they fueled his commitment to bring about change in Senegal, setting the stage for a historical election. Despite the difficulties, Faye emerged stronger, his position as a formidable political figure becoming more solidified. His story is a testament to resilience, determination, and the power of unity in the face of adversity. Before we continue with Faye's inspiring journey to victory, we'd like to take a moment to appreciate your support. It is because of you that we can bring these captivating tales from around the globe to life. We are deeply grateful for your engagement that helps us reach out to more people with these incredible narratives. Now let's dive back into the story and witness how Faye's promises and pledges resonated with the people of Senegal, leading to his historic victory. On a special day, Sunday, March 24th, 2024, something big happened in Senegal. They announced the winner of the president election, and everyone was really excited. The person who won used to check people's taxes and was in prison just a few days before the election. But he still got more than half of the votes. The people of Senegal, especially the young ones, showed they wanted something different. The win was more than just good for the person who won. It hoped to everyone, especially the young people who want a new start. He promised to deal with corruption, which was a big in Senegal. People liked that about him. They saw him as a leader who wasn't scared to challenge things, to fight for normal people, and to put Senegal first. But that's not all. He also planned to make a new type of money, to show that Senegal was its own boss and didn't have to rely on France anymore. This was a brave move, and showed he was serious about getting rid of the old ways and making a future where Senegal made its own decisions. He also promised to make better deals in the mining and oil sectors. This showed he knew how important these sectors are to the economy and wanted to make sure they helped the people of Senegal. Unemployment was another big problem. Lots of young people didn't have jobs. The new leader knew he had to fix this problem. He promised to reduce the high unemployment rate and create job opportunities for the young people, who were very important in making this big change happen. On this day, Senegal starts a new chapter. The path to this day was hard, and there were lots of challenges, but the result shows the power of the people and how much they wanted to change. With promises to fight corruption, introduce a new currency, make better contracts, and deal with unemployment, we can look forward to a future where Senegal reaches its highest potential and its people become more powerful. The rise of new leadership in Senegal has far-reaching implications not just for the nation, but for the entire African continent. This shift is more than a simple exchange of power. It marks the dawn of a new era shaped by the aspirations of a young and dynamic leader. The journey to the presidency, fraught with obstacles and emerging from the ashes of political persecution, symbolizes a break from the past. The victory, against the backdrop of a heated election, showcases the power of the people and their strong desire for change. This sentiment resonates deeply with the youth of Africa, who, disillusioned by the current state of affairs, yearn for leaders who can relate to their struggles and hopes. The new leadership's approach, from tackling corruption to prioritizing economic sovereignty, signifies a radical departure from the norms. Plans to renegotiate contracts in the mining and hydrocarbon sectors could potentially alter the dynamics of these industries on a continental scale, particularly for nations sharing similar resources. This could set a precedent for other African countries to follow. A bold move, such as the introduction of a new currency, could also have far-reaching implications. If successful, it could inspire nations to rethink their economic structures and dependencies, fostering a sense of economic independence and self-reliance. Addressing pressing issues like persistent poverty and high unemployment rates is indicative of leadership that is in tune with the challenges its people face. If these issues are effectively addressed, it could lead to a more stable and prosperous Senegal, setting a benchmark for other countries on the continent. However, beyond the policy changes, the rise of new leadership in Senegal symbolizes a fresh generation of African leaders, young, dynamic, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. This could inspire a new wave of leadership across the continent, characterized by bold visions and a commitment to serving the people. The rise of this new leadership marks a pivotal moment for Africa, promising change and progress. The dawn of a new era in Africa carries the hopes and dreams of a new generation. This shift is more than just political. It signifies transformative change and renewed optimism. The charisma, progressive ideas, and commitment to Pan-African unity of Africa's new leaders have already made them figures of inspiration for many, both within and beyond Senegal's borders. Yet, the enormous tasks that lie ahead cannot be underestimated. The leaders face a nation grappling with persistent poverty, high unemployment, and a need for greater economic sovereignty. Promises to renegotiate contracts in the mining and hydrocarbon sectors, introduce a new currency, and tackle corruption are ambitious, to say the least. But they also reflect an understanding of the systemic changes needed to break free from the vestiges of colonial influence and establish a future shaped by Senegal's own needs and aspirations. The success of these initiatives could set a powerful precedent for other nations on the continent. It could inspire a new wave of dynamic leaders to step up and challenge the status quo, to prioritize self-determination and unity over external control. However, success will require more than charisma and progressive ideas. It will require strategic thinking, diplomatic skill, and an ability to navigate the often choppy waters of domestic and international politics. These leaders will have to rally their nation around a common vision, build strong alliances, and stand firm in the face of inevitable challenges and setbacks. Yet, given their remarkable journey so far, there is reason to be hopeful. They have shown that they are not afraid to challenge power, to stand up for what they believe in, and to fight for change. Their rise to leadership is a testament to their resilience, determination, and ability to inspire others. With such leaders, the future of Senegal, and indeed Africa, looks promising. In just a few years, an individual of humble beginnings has risen to become one of the most influential leaders in Africa. This journey is an extraordinary testimony to his resilience and determination. Born in the western department of Senegal in the late 20th century, his path was shaped by his law education and challenging roles in public service, leading him to his mentor and political figurehead, Ousmane Sonko. His political career took an unexpected turn in 2023, when he was arrested and detained on charges many deemed politically motivated. Despite this setback, his name was included in the list of candidates eligible to run for the presidential elections in 2024, while his mentor was excluded. This twist led to Sonko and him uniting their forces, along with the support of over 100 political parties, to challenge the ruling government's stronghold. His victory in the 2024 elections was a significant moment not only for Senegal, but for all of Africa. Roughly 54% of the vote, his triumph signaled a shift in power from the outgoing governing coalition. His pledges to tackle corruption, prioritize economic sovereignty, and address persistent poverty resonated with young voters, disgruntled with unemployment and corruption. The implications of his presidency are profound. Victory represents a departure from the vestiges of colonial influence and a move towards self-determination and unity. It also signals a new era for African leadership, one that is young, dynamic, and progressive. As we watch his journey unfold, one thing is clear: his presidency is a beacon of hope for a new generation of African leaders.